In today's episode, Joe asks, I am currently considering a specialization in e-commerce or social media. At the same time, I'm open to any field in marketing as long as I can gain experience. What advice would you offer for someone who is changing out or looking at becoming more of a specialized marketer? Specialization is a really good idea because marketing has gotten to be too big of a field to just be a general marketer unless you work in like a startup environment where you have to be a little bit of everything. But the world and what companies value today really is specialization and expertise, being really good at something. Now, in terms of what to specialize in, consider what hunting for a job in marketing is all about. It is essentially a B2B sale, right? You are selling your services to a company, and then that company will hire those services to do whatever it is they need you to do. Even if it's a B2C company, the sale process is a B2B process, which means that you need to provide really 4 or 5 values to that company. You have to be able to demonstrate to a company that you can save them money, save them time, make them money, help the person who's hiring you demonstrate their value, aka help them not get fired, or reduce or mitigate risk. Those are really the things that when you're a hiring manager, marketing or otherwise, those are the things that you're looking to actually hire for. At the end of the day, what you do has to fulfill one of those roles. When you look at the different subsets of marketing through that lens, in terms of where you should spend your time, it is helping a company do those things. So when you look at something like e-commerce, for example, is very much bottom of the funnel. Let's make the sale. Let's get the sale. Let's improve the conversion rates. Let's make some money, right? So there's a very much an easy, direct connection to make some money. When you look at something like social media is, as evidenced by the number of books and talks and things about social media ROI, it's harder to prove the value of social media. It's not impossible. Yeah, with really good attribution analysis, you can draw a very good line between the work that social media practitioners do and the eventual outcomes, as long as you've got great data and great attribution tracking and great analytical capabilities. That there's a lot of value in that as well. So when you look at the different disciplines within marketing, ask yourself, how does this discipline save money or save time or make a company money or prove the value of a hiring manager or help reduce or mitigate risk? For example, within even social media, things like crisis communications and reputation management are essential skills, and you can specialize in those things specifically. That falls in the category of reduce and mitigate risk. If you are really good at helping somebody mitigate the risk that they've incurred, you will have a long and fruitful career, as it were. So, what are the other things you could be doing? Well, there's email marketing, there's social media, as you mentioned, there's content marketing, there is general online marketing, there is marketing analytics, marketing technology, marketing automation. What should you do then becomes a question once you've identified how easy is it to draw a line between that and one of those 5 core benefits. Is which of those things do you actually enjoy doing? E-commerce is very different than social media on a day-to-day level. It is substantially a different type of work. It is much more technical, typically. It is much more procedural, meaning like there's a clear, defined set of processes that you're doing. Hey, we've got these 500,000 items we need to get into the store. We need to set pricing, set SKUs, deploy sales, get things listed in Google Product Manager, and so on and so forth. So there's a very clear recipes and not a huge ton of surprise. So if you like that kind of work, that might be something that aligns well with your interests. Conversely, crisis communications and social media is every day is different. Every day is a new dumpster fire, depending on the organization you work for. So if you like that variability, if you like talking to actual people, if you like unpredictable situations and taming chaos. That is clearly a specialization for you. If you have an aptitude for statistics and mathematics, focusing on marketing analytics will be a long and lucrative career for you, because as much as machine learning and AI are advancing our abilities to do rapid computation, there is no substitute for having that human in the loop to help manage the process and validate the outcomes. So there's a lot to be done in the analytics field. So what are your aptitudes is the second consideration. So is it profitable? Do you have an app, or is it important to the business? Do you have an aptitude for it? And then the third thing, which is, I guess, the third consideration is when you work with people in those fields, are those people you like working with, right? So it is, even if you have an aptitude for statistics and analytics, there are the people who practice that as a discipline. They may not be your tribe. They may not be the kind of people that you want to spend literally a third of every day with, and probably most of your waking hours. So get a sense for who those people are. Go to meetups, go to conferences and events as you can, as time and budget permit, and get a sense for who you might be working with, because your tribe, the people that you want to hang out with and invest a lot of time and a career with, will in turn somewhat dictate the how good you get at the work that you do, and what latent aptitudes you're taking advantage of. So those are the three things that I would say if you want to focus on. You want to focus on, funny enough, it comes down to the process, right? Or the platform, I guess, the thing you want to be doing, the process of doing it, and the people that you're with, right? So people, process, platform. There's no easy answer. It is solely dependent on who you are as a person, and it may take some time. It may take some time to calibrate. It took me, I was in IT for years, and it took me probably close to a decade to figure out that actually I wanted to be in marketing technology, not information technology. That was a long decade. But in making that transition, I tried out a whole bunch of things. I worked in startups. I worked in big corporations. I worked in financial services. I worked in agencies and things. And eventually I figured out that marketing technology and analytics and stuff was what I enjoyed doing, which means I had the aptitude for it. It was valuable to the business, and the people I hung out with were my kind of people. And so that's sort of how I figured that out for myself. Expect it to take some time. It's not going to be an easy answer, and you may have to try a few companies, a few different types of careers to see which is right for you. But look at those three branches and look at and see how your choices fit into those things. Thanks for the question. If you have other questions, leave them in the comments, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel and the newsletter, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Want help solving your company's data, analytics, and digital marketing problems? Visit trustinsights.ai today and let us know how we can help you.